Hi and welcome to Cheeky Richo's Orange and Pistachio Biscotti. This is gluten-free. No, I know you're going to say you don't like gluten-free biscuits. You can't tell the difference with these. They are amazing. The ingredients are in the recipe box below. There's only a few of them and it's the simplest, tastiest biscotti you will ever eat, I promise you. The first thing that we're going to do is just line the baking tray with some baking paper, parchment paper, and preheat our oven to 180 degrees. We have some gluten-free self-raising flour here, just a store-bought variety, and we're just going to pop that into a sieve with our icing sugar or confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, and just sift that through. If you're using plain flour, you're going to have to use some gluten-free baking powder as well. Make sure there's no lumps in there. This is perfect to make for gifts for your gluten-free friends, because gluten-free cookies and biscuits are very expensive to buy, and this is a very economical recipe. It makes oodles of them. They're great with coffee. They're great to dip into chocolate mousse. Oh, look at all those lumps. Incidentally, most of these lumps are from the icing sugar. Gluten-free flour tends not to have too many lumps in it just by its nature. Okay, just put that to one side. Now, we have some of our homemade Cheeky Richo vanilla paste here, so we're just going to tip that in with our egg. It's really quite thick, full of the little seeds and the pulp from the vanilla beans. Give that a whizzy around. Don't get too serious with that. We've also shelled some fresh pistachios here. They're actually salted. If you want to take the little husks off them, by all means do so. Just pop them into a tea towel, give them a good rub, and then pick the resultant nuts out of it. Okay, in with our orange zest. Now this is just really finely grated. You see that? It's almost like a powder. No pith at all involved in that. That can go in there now. We're not using any orange juice or any other orange flavoring. This will be ample. Mix that all around too. We just get our flour mixture, add our wet mixture, and just mix that until it's well combined. Once it's well combined, we're going to add our nuts. That way we're not going to crush them up too much. And with wet hands, we're going to form two logs onto our baking tray. It'll be really quite a sticky, gloopy mess. The wet hands will help you to form it. You can brush it with some egg white if you like. And then we're going to bake it for about 25 minutes at 180 degrees. So just mix it all in. Once it's nearly incorporated, it's in with our pistachios. This orange smell is divine at the moment. Orange and pistachio are the best friends. In with our pistachios now. Just fold them through. Okay, you can see how really sticky and gloopy this is. Now we're just going to form it into two logs. I've got a bowl here with some water. I'm going to wet my hands with that, fashion it into two pretty rustic looking logs. But don't worry, it's going to get sliced later. So just divide this mixture roughly into half. Try and get the nuts divvied up equally between the two. This is so gummy. It's gummy, not yummy. And just with quite wet hands, we're going to push this into shape. The water will stop it from sticking to your hands. Squash it quite flat. You want a sort of that half rounded shape without being too flat at either end. Okay, now we're going to pop that into the oven, 180 degrees, and bake that for 25 minutes. Okay, into the oven we go. Okay, after 25 minutes, this is what you should have. Oh, it's really hot. Now we're just going to leave that cool for about half an hour or so. Slice it thinly on the diagonal and then pop it back into the oven at about 120 to 140 degrees to completely crisp up. So this is the first part of it. The other recipe that I show you that's not gluten-free actually has to be made a couple of days in advance, or at least 24 hours in advance, because you wrap this in foil that the almonds all soak up all the moisture and then they slice very easily. But this works perfectly as it is. So just let it cool and then we're going to slice it and bake it again. Okay, our pistachio orange biscotti, nice and cool now. We're just going to take it off, slice it, pop it back onto the tray in slices, and back into a 140 degree oven until it's nice and crisp. So just cut it on the diagonal if you like, and that's what it looks like inside. It's not ready yet. And just lay that back on the same tray, it's fine, and continue with the rest. Just like so. You can still smell that orangey flavour coming through. Okay, there's one biscotti slice up. Into the oven we go. And when that's nice and crisp and dry, you're looking at about 20 or so minutes. Just test it as you go. Different ovens heat at different temperatures and speeds, and we'll take it out. It'll be crisp and beautiful for your coffee. Okay, 20 minutes later, and this is what you should have. It's lovely and crisp. It sort of bends up a little bit. Listen. And crunch. Yum, yum, yum. My mum is going to love these for Christmas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out our chocolate cherry brandy macadamia gluten-free biscotti. This is divine. The slightest hint of orange. The pistachios have got that salt on them. Nice and crisp. It's beautiful. Thanks for watching. Have a great Christmas.